Now, speaking of craziness that is happening right now with online stuff, this is weird. This popped up today. Hate groups are using online games to recruit teens. It came out a while back that like Discord and Reddit, right? It was a really biased NBC online report trying to claim that like the KKK was using Discord to attract gamers. And now NPR is reporting on this as well. It says here that some extremist groups are using multiplayer games and in-chat functions as a way to recruit new members. Which, I personally just want to say, I think that's a load of shit. Because I play a lot of multiplayer games and I don't even use my headset anymore. Like my headset is on, my headset is active so I can hear stuff. I never talk, and neither does anybody else, right? So no one's on there going like, "Hey kid, you want to go fight the Jews?" No one's doing that. No one's doing that as far as I can tell. So I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I'm saying like I think the general consensus now with most people is unless you know the other people in the match, you're not going to have your headset turned on. Right? Or you're not going to talk to other people either because the internet's made us way more antisocial. Anyway, it says here, it's not only happening in-game, but via platforms like Discord and Reddit as well. Some recruitment occurs during game live streams on Twitch and YouTube. Again, I'd love to see an example of that. It's like you got an alt-writer up there on a YouTube game stream, right? Playing like Red Dead Redemption 2 and like getting to the South and like only going like, hey, you want to come with me, fight these people? No, it doesn't work out that way. It says here, Unicorn Riot published chat logs from Discord last year, which revealed plans for the Charlottesville Unite the Right rally from white supremacists. So why are the groups taking to gaming spaces for new members? According to Joan Donovan of Data and Society, a research institute, white supremacists have a history of being innovative with using online spaces for recruitment. And Donovan says that the first-person shooter games are the one space to find angry young men. Jeez, come on. Come on. Come on, that's lame. That's lame. It's the one place to find angry young men in games like Call of Duty, games like Battlefield, games like Battlefront. And this is do we really need more demonization of men playing games, men playing first-person shooters? I know. God forbid that they say, well, Diablo Immortal looks kind of dumb. Or God forbid that happens because they're all sexist, misogynistic bigots. But then they go, this article, this Liz lady, right? And it's not her saying it, it's according to NPR. But then again, according to this Data and Society study, that it's angry young men that are easily recruited in the gaming sphere. That's the thing. I don't like that. Now, Donovan says here, I saw how these groups communicated and spread out to other spaces online with the intent of not telling people specifically that they were white supremacists. It's not like they wear it on a shirt. I mean, maybe they do. I have no idea. But it's not like a badge of honor. No, it's not. I mean, it might be on their body somewhere, but you're not going to see it when they're walking down the street. No, but they were really trying to figure out what young men are angry about and how they could leverage that to bring about broad-based social movement. Okay. Let's take a quick second and let's talk about the possibility of why young men are angry. Why? Well, and this is just simply my opinion, and I've talked to other educators about this, young boys are left behind at a young age in terms of education and how they are treated. Young boys have more energy. They are more rambunctious. So what happens when you have predominantly female teachers in the K through 6 environment? Again, I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking that at all. Your elementary and primary school, right? Not knocking that. But I think that because most of them are women, they recommend that these rambunctious, high energy boys go see a counselor. And then the counselor says, well, I get a kickback every time I put someone else on freaking Ritalin. So why don't we just diagnose this kid with ADHD, dope him up on drugs, and send him back? Never mind also the fact that when it comes to puberty, girls develop faster than boys. So there's a difference there. And because, again, there's, I think, a catering to a specific gender. And I'm not saying that this is something that is intentionally done. I just think that it happens. You end up seeing young boys getting left behind, treated differently, left behind. Then go to college. And this is true. 2 out of every 3 college graduates are women. 2 out of every 3 college students are women. Men are not going to college. Men are not going to, they're not going into the college space. They're not going to university. They're not getting their degrees. There's not much. Jobs are being more automated, right? Like, you know, so it's fewer jobs than that. They're not learning trades, which is something they should be doing. I think everyone should learn a trade over going to university and getting yourself thousands and thousands of dollars in debt that you're never going to pay off unless you join corporate America. That's a big thing. And so, yeah, these young men are angry, I think, because they do not know what to do. Their whole life they've been told that they've got problems. Their whole life they've been held back in some way or another. All while told in many cases, especially if you look at online feminism and the online, you know, that movement, that they're the bad guys, that they're always the bad guys. So I think they get mad. I think they get angry. And I think video games become a nice way of expressing oneself. So maybe that's just where it's at. Again, look, that's just my opinion on it. You can agree or disagree, and it could be a very interesting discussion, one that I'm willing to have. But this is stuff that I've seen over years. Young boys are being left behind. And I think that when they become young men and they don't know what to do, they become angry. And that might leave them open for some kind of leadership, some kind of guidance to come in. That is not good. That is not good. Now, it says here, while gaming platforms like Steam often ban hate speech, it's a challenge to find the hate groups of so many users. As a result, many platforms rely on users to report hateful speech. Greg Boyd of the law firm Frankfurt Kernet pointed out that Microsoft, PlayStation, and Steam host 48 million, 70 million, and 130 million active users, respectively, every month. And the vast majority of those are men. The vast, vast majority of those are men. See, that's the populations of Spain, France, and Russia. And then imagine that you're monitoring all of their text chat, all of their voice chat, in literally every language, dialect, and subdialect spoken in the world. Yeah, no, it's hard to catch that. It's hard to catch that stuff. That's why they make the algorithms, right? If you look up, no, this is true. Go on YouTube, which is where you are probably right now, and look up the life of a flag. YouTube put out a video not too long ago talking about what happens when you report a video. And it's like 90% of all the video takedowns are all done through an algorithm. Everything's being done through an algorithm because so much content is flowing through this space so rapidly. So if these hate groups are using these games to recruit teens, then the thing is, parents should then, if they are teens under the age of 18, should start monitoring what their sons are up to. Talk to their sons, ask their sons what they want to do, help them engage in the real world, finding a skill, finding a trade, and then going and pursuing that. And then maybe spending more time with them, helping them get educated, helping them get ready for the real world. And I think we just don't see much of that. And that's unfortunate. And that's really unfortunate. I don't like any of this. I don't like that there is a disparity between the genders in regards to education and how it's perceived and how it's handled. But there is. And I believe something like this, very similar to how like helicopter parents have had a detriment to the upbringing of children, right? For the years, you know, I mean, when I was in high school, is when the first participation trophies started happening, right? When everyone got a gold star for just wiping front to back. That's what happened when I was in school, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, it's not a big deal now, but 20 years from now, right? And it's been 18 years since I graduated high school, and we're seeing this. And now we're seeing exactly what I predicted. We're seeing exactly how things are. This takes time. These sort of things take time. You don't see it. It's like a boiling pot and a lobster or a frog. Sorry. Right. Oh, same thing. Same analogy. That's it. That's the problem. That's where we find ourselves. And that's unfortunate. So if you have a teen that plays a lot of Call of Duty and you're afraid he might be co-opted by the alt-right or KKK, ask him what's up. Talk to him. See where they're at. That's the only thing you can really do. But demonizing Discord, demonizing Reddit, demonizing gaming because there are bad people in it is not going to solve the problem. And they freaking know that. They absolutely freaking know that.